Hello, everyone. So I wanted to come here because I literally just found this PDF and then post on LinkedIn of the Environmental Protection Network. They ran this post election poll to better understand the voters' views on EPA or your Environmental Protection Agency and the new pick by President Trump, Lee Selden, who's basically going to possibly be running the agency. And well, as you've probably seen, the guy has been tasked to like roll back some of this really great initiatives and policies that have been passed to basically protect our natural resources like water, air, and all of that. Keep it clean, keep it great public health. And so the poll is really cool. The results are really nice. There's some findings, but I'm gonna be showing it to you guys right now. All right, I'm gonna be sharing the link with you all, but this is sort of what it looks like, right? And it basically had a sample of 1,000 people self-identify 2024 voters. It ran between the 7th and the 13th, so that's also around the time when Trump had was announcing some of his picks or whatever. These are some of the takeaways. I mean, you can kind of start seeing like where I'm getting from, and like some of the really significant results, or not significant, really cool results that they found, that even people that have voted for Trump this year understand that EPA is important, and they oppose some of the attempts to weaken EPA's power to keep our public health and keep our environment safe and all of those things. So you kind of see some of the distributions of the data and like basically how people, responded to some of the statements, right? So we look at the EPA should be strengthened or expanded. On light blue, we have EPA should remain the same, or it should be weakened or eliminated. And we can kind of see the results here of like the total. Let me actually go down here and show you the demographics of the people. Sorry. But you guys can have time to kind of see like this data on your own. But, right, there's a total sample of 1,000 people. The poll ran between November 7th and November 13th. And we had majority female responding to this poll and 47% male. So sort of close meaty there. Overwhelmingly more self-identify white people. And then we also had a great amount of people that are between the ages of 45 and 64. And then we have, some of the other age groups as well. This is very interesting. We have a amount of people here that are earning, or that their household income is between $100,000 and $150K. And then you kind of see the other findings and household incomes as well. And then the region, we have an overwhelmingly number of those people that responded to the poll that are residing or responded that they are residing in the South region. So that's our southern states like Alabama, Florida, and all of that. And then we got Northeast, which is like DC, Boston, DC, Massachusetts, and all of that. And then we have the West and the Midwest. And we got a sort of a majority of those who self-identify as being part of the Republican Party. And then we sort of have 32% for those that voted or self-identify or like picked their independent leader or independent leader. And then we got Democrats. So we got a 31, 32, and a little bit more for like Republican voters. And then this is how people voted this election. So 2024 elections, we got 51% of those people that responded to the poll voted for Trump this year, then 48% for Harris, and then only 1% for others, that maybe the independent candidates that were in our ballot. So again, all right, so some of the data points that were interesting to me were, for example, this one, which it asked those that answered to the poll, how trustworthy is the information that the EPA is putting out there. You got a little bit less than, somewhat less than 50%, saying that it's somewhat trustworthy. We got like only 38% of people from the Republican Party saying that it's somewhat trustworthy, and then we got like 46% of those Democrats responding that is somewhat trustworthy. We got 24% of people saying it's very trustworthy, and then we have 33% of those that it's saying only a little or not at all trustworthy. And in this category, sorry for not zooming in for you all, but in this category, we definitely have a lot more people from the GOP party saying that it's a little or not at all trustworthy. All right, an interesting point as well that I found is this one. So the statement says every state should hold polluters accountable. Strong bipartisan majority want the EPA to ensure every state holds corporations that pollute accountable. And we got like 69% of people that they agree that this statement comes close to their point of view. So EPA should ensure that every state holds corporation accountable from basically polluting our natural resources and our environment. We got a overwhelmed, like, oh my God, I can't say that word. Like, I can't even, it's so hard for me to like actually say that word. But anyways, we got a great amount of people over here from the Republican Party on the GOP saying that yes, EPA should hold these people accountable, and from the other parties' identifications as well. But then we still have like a good 31% that says that, you know, this is a statement of EPA should be left to the states, basically be something that it operates more at the state level, even if it means that some of the states do not hold corporations accountable. And it's just, I think it would be interesting if they do like a follow-up of this survey to see, or, you know, have a little bit more information, especially on here, on this question. More in-depth questions I would love to see on this question for sure. This is basically one of the key questions of the survey, right? Basically, the statement says that even Trump supporters are concerned about the new pick to lead the EPA. And the question was, how concerned are you that the president-elect Donald Trump might pick someone to lead the EPA who would put their interests of polluting corporations ahead of protecting clean water, clean air, and public health? So we have a good amount of people, even that those that, you know, support Trump and all of that, and from here, the Republican Party, that are concerned about this, are concerned about their environment. These are good news. And, you know, hopefully this is something that will be reflected over the next few years, that even if they had taken that decision to vote for him, I mean, it's everyone's decision is personal, your vote is secret, but, you know, it would be really nice to see how they kind of maybe step up and continue, or start, if they haven't in the past, start to like advocate for, you know, clean air, clean water, a like good public health, because at the end of the day, it will benefit all of us. Okay, and lastly, the other question, I'm going to put it up here. What type of impact do you believe the EPA has on your life? We got a total of 59% of people that answered the poll saying it's positive. We got 15% that says it's negative. And then when you break it down, when they break it down to Democrat, Independent, GOP, and Trump, you got for Trump, 50% of those say that the EPA has a positive impact in their life. And then you got 23% actually saying that it's negative. On the other categories, it's a little less than 23%. So for the GOP, it's 19% thinking it's negative, 19% again for Independent thinking it's a negative impact, and then only 6% for Democrat voters. Anyways, I just think this type of surveys are really cool to kind of see like where people are staying and like, you know, where their heads are at. And I would love to see a follow-up on something like this in the future, even if it's from the same organization or maybe any other organization out there. But yeah, I just want to share that that information with you guys, and have a good day.